Hey everyone, welcome to another helmet ballistic test video. I'm Mike B out here with my lovely Canadian assistant,
Devin K.
And today we're going to be shooting the Swedish M37 65, yes, got that right, steel helmet. I've never shot a Swedish helmet in a ballistic test, so we're both pretty curious on this. We'll be running 32 ACP through 357 Magnum at a distance of about 5 yards. And yeah, so before we get started, I just have to point a few things out that people always kind of complain about in the comments. One, I understand I'm destroying a piece of history, right? Most of the helmets that we do shoot are pretty trashed and kind of screwed anyway. This is an exception, but it's really small. And the amount of educational benefit from doing this test on this one helmet far outweighs the actual monetary value and collector value. So that's why we're doing that. Also, both Devin K and I, and most of my viewers, understand that these helmets are not designed to protect against direct hits from a projectile. They're made for fragments, some fragments from farther distance, debris and stuff flying around, and just for general bumps on your head when you're going around navigating the battlefield, because it's pretty rough. So we do get that. And the reason we're doing these tests is because we're both helmet collectors. We've been helmet nerds for 20 plus years now. And we're just curious as to what they can stop based on the different designs, different countries' kind of concepts, the quality of the steel. So that's why we're going to be doing these tests. So without further ado, let's get started. So all right, here we've got the 32 ACP, or the 7.65 by 17 millimeter for you European enthusiasts. We're going to be shooting this out of the Czechoslovakian CZ50 pistol. And I forgot the bullet weight on this particular. Oh, I loaded an extra round in there. Cut. Or we're good. Are you still rolling?
Yep.
All right. All right, Mikey screwed up.
That happens.
Okay, so a fairly straight on shot, and just like a lot of the other helmets that were decent, it kind of glanced and made a little bit of a dent, took some paint off, copper washed it. All right, let's move on.
All right, so it obviously stopped at 32 ACP, so we're going to move on to the 9x18 Makarov out of the CZ82.
Ow! Yep, I knew that was going to happen someday. I'm okay, I'm okay. It literally came back and hit me right here.
Really?
Yep, all right. But let's go up and see. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Right, there's no blood, I'm good.
Nope, you're fine.
Yeah, I just felt like a frozen paintball. Woo, well, at least I got that on video. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it was going to happen eventually.
Oh, man. Anyway, so it did not penetrate. It bounced straight back. Hopefully the video caught that. That's why I was trying to stand behind you.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm glad it didn't hit me in the nuts. That would suck.
Oh.
We'll have to go find that bullet. It's somewhere over there. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. But, okay, I'm just a little freaked out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Simmer down, we're fine.
We're good, yep. So, yeah, direct hit. Just made a little dent. We'll move on. So we recovered the projectile. It slapped me, I think, with the broadside, which is good. Yeah, so this is what it did to the actual bullet. It just flattened it right out and then bounced it straight back. So, I mean, even though that was kind of freaking me out, we're still good, and we'll continue the test. So now we're going to be running the 9x19 millimeter 115 grain full metal jacket out of the P08 Luger. I'm going to try to make it bounce a little bit. Okay. You're good?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I was aiming. Okay, so barely made a dent bigger than the 9x18. So this is so far indicative of a fairly decent design in steel.
Yeah.
Because this is consistent with a bunch of the other ones in the past. Not bad at all.
No, it's doing well. I thought that like the fact that they had all those little ridges in it might help it kind of like separate,
yeah.
But it seems to be holding up.
I have no idea. All right, let's move on.
All right, so it passed 9x19, so we're going to shoot it with 45 ACP now out of a Colt 1917.
I'm definitely going to stand behind you for this one.
You stand behind me. I'll protect you. I'm big.
Nice. So this turned because it was like that, right?
Yeah.
So it turned a little bit. Okay, so that was a pretty straight on shot. Yeah, I just caved it in like it usually does with a 45 and then bounced off. Very interesting. Now let's spice it up, ramp it up a little bit.
That's right. Big boy time.
All right, so now we've got the Yugoslavian M37 Tokarev firing the venerable 7.62 by 25 millimeter, 85 grain Polish surplus, and hope this one doesn't bounce. Okay, So if you haven't watched any of the other helmet test videos, this caliber right here is, I believe, oh, that's the paint. This one is the kind of telltale for, I mean, this is the standard for body armor.
Yeah.
And it was for several years until 5.7 came out. If a steel helmet does not deflect this or absorb it or whatever, and it doesn't bounce, that's not a poor reflection of the helmet's design. That just is what it is. This is an extremely hot round and it's very small. So, and this is out of a pistol. Submachine gun would be even more velocity. So it didn't defeat it, but it also wasn't a total failure. Like it's not like a huge cave in or, you know, straight through. It kind of just did.
Punched this nice little hole, went right through one of the rivets.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's to be expected. Maybe it hit the rivet and it was a weak spot, but I think it would have gone through anyway.
All right.
Last one, we're gonna hit the Triple Crown.
That's right. All right, so now we're going to shoot it with a 357 Magnum cartridge, which is 142 grain FMJ round out of a Ruger GP100. Let's hope this one bounces.
Oh, I heard that one. You hear that wallop?
Yep. Ooh.
Yeah, that's very typical of this round as well. So, wow, yeah, it caved the entire side in.
Plastic liner's okay though.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay, so, all right. Well, I guess we'll wrap up the video. So overall, not really terribly surprising or out of the ordinary results with this. This is just an averagely performing steel helmet compared to the other ones we've done in the past, where they'll take all the rounds up to a 7.62 by 25 Tokarev and then the 357. Some of them are more weird. This is what I'd call a standard performing helmet. This design was super popular. You can go check out videos on my channel and Devin K's channel about the history of this. To keep this shorter, we'll end the video. So, not bad, pretty decent. Yeah, so if you would like to support the channel financially, the link to my Patreon is in the description. It's $1 a month, $5 a month or more gets you into the Discord server, which is a pretty fun time. It helps fund things like ballistic tests that cost money to buy the helmets, get the ammo, get the gas money for Devin to come down here and us to go out and do this for a day. And it really just helps offset the cost of that. Also go check out Devin K's channel. Link is in the description if I remember, but it's youtube.com/DevinK. He's got a bunch of cool stuff, videos that he does, things that I have no idea about, so you can learn a lot from him that I don't know and you're not going to find on my channel. He's also got a Patreon. If you can't support us financially, your viewership and your interaction, like hitting the like button, which actually matters, is more than enough. That's great. That's why I make these videos. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I guess that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next helmet ballistic test video.